Well, welcome back, y'all. Well, today we got, I guess, good news and bad news. Good news for y'all. Which one do you want first? Well, I guess I'll give you all the good news since it's mainly for y'all. Good news is there's going to be more content on the channel. Bad news is motor's locked up. So, just as I thought everything was done before it got really cold, and it's really cold right now. The snow just melted. There might still be some here and there somewhere, but regardless, I took it out last night and got on it, and the thing locked up. Or well, it made a lot of noises and then it locked up. So unfortunately, my uncle's car is in the garage. It's broke and I can't get the car in there right now to pull the motor out, but I'm going to try and see if I can pull as much of it apart as I can right here outside. So I'm not exactly sure what happened yet. I added a little timing, lowering the RPMs at wide open throttle in the tune. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. My stupidity, I didn't data log it, so I don't know what happened for sure. But at this point, I'm just praying that my cam's okay. The cam cost more than I paid for the block, so hopefully that's alright. The push rods are probably bent. I don't know. It sounded like marbles in a can and then cut off and smoked a little bit. There's no hole in the block. The oil pan doesn't have a hole in it. The dipstick is reading full still. It's got oil. So I'm not 100% sure. Well, I know I have a good general idea of what it looks like inside, but I don't know exactly which one of those things is bent or broken. But yeah, it made some noise and then it cut off, and then I turned this key for a second and it said and it locked. So it like tried to move and then locked over. So my guess is right now broken timing chain. I don't know, maybe some type of interference. A rod could have broke. It really sounded like a rod broke. I don't know, it could have been from pre-detonation. I don't know. We're gonna find out though. So this video is gonna have some teardown in it. It's not gonna be a complete engine teardown video because I can only get to so much right now. But I guess I'm about to start taking apart as much as I can. Alright, well, plug number 1 doesn't look bad so far. I don't know if I'm gonna spend the time pulling all these plugs. I might just pull the heads off and go from there. I don't know, that one don't look bad really. It's not horrible. I guess I'm just gonna at least pull the valve covers first and determine if we got a bent push rod or not. Probably. I drained the coolant, pulled a couple wires off. I need to get this whole front assembly off real quick though. Screw that back in. Oh yeah, and I took all my good tools to work, so kind of SOL on this being a lot easier. So just gotta work with what we got right now, which isn't much. So I brought a few good things with me. You know, at first I kind of just planned on this motor blowing at some point, but I didn't think it was going to be so soon. At least wait for the springtime. It's not super cold out. It really sucks out here right now. It's extremely cold. Oh, look how easy that bumper came off. These LSs are easy to work on. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see what happened. First glance, nothing appears to be horrible on this side. That's moving a little bit. I mean, I guess they move. As far as up and down, I don't know, nothing seems horrible yet, but everything is stuck in place. So let's get these rockers off. See what we're working with as far as the push rods go. That all seems to be alright. Set these back here for now. That's not bent. That's not bent. That's not bent. Well, that's a good sign. Hopefully the other side is the same. That's not bent. That ain't bent. That ain't bent. That looks good. That looks good. Well, that's a good sign. Need to find something clean to put this stuff in. Damn. I gotta get the exhaust manifolds off to take this head off. Shit. I can't get those head bolts out down there. And I don't believe I can get the exhaust out right now without jacking it up, because that is a whole ordeal in itself just to get to that bolt back there. The other side's even tighter, but I think, I don't know, they both suck the same. So I guess at this point, hopefully it is just in the bottom end. I don't know. I guess I'll pull the other valve cover off and see if any push rods are bent over there, and then go from there and at least try to get the cam out, because that really needs to come out. I don't know how that's going to work since well, okay, hold on, let's think about this. If I can turn the cam, yeah, I should be able to turn the cam, because I have to push the lifters up. So if I can turn the cam, hopefully everything will be alright, and it'll just be in the bottom end, and at least we know what we're working with for sure. It's going to take a lot of work. I got to take all the accessories off. Got to get the dampener off. Radiator will come out in a second. Okay, let's check the other side. That looks good. That looks good. Watch it be the last one. I'm going to pull the last one so that one's not bent. That's how it always goes. That one looks good. That one looks good. So far, so good. That one's good. That one's good. Sweet. I looked at, yeah. Okay, so no bent push rods. That's a good thing. I'm stoked about that, because these are like $100. I don't have to buy another set of those. Trick flow, chromoly hardened push rods. I'm so fancy. But okay, so that's a plus. So let's think about this. If there was interference, I would imagine that we would definitely have a bent push rod. There's no way they're that strong to outlive the piston and valve and all that. I mean, wait a minute. Okay, that is definitely lower than that one. Right? I think. Am I looking at that wrong? Yeah, that's definitely lower than that one. Okay, so Damn. Any of these like that? No. Oh yeah, that's definitely lower. The exhaust valve on cylinder, let's see what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See if you can see this. If you can see what I'm talking about. Dude, this camera sucks. You can't see anything. So, this exhaust valve right here is just like a hair lower than the other ones. I don't know if you can see that like that. At least it looks like it. Yeah, it definitely is. These are higher than this one. But just barely. That's kind of weird. Well, what happens if we hit it with a hammer? Dude, this video is probably going to suck. You can't see anything. It's going to be another one of those where like I film a bunch of stuff and then don't even end up using it because it sucks. What happens when we hit said valve with hammer? Oh, that don't have a good sound to it. It's like... It does not have a good sound. Okay, something's foobarred. Well, we knew that, but up here, something is. My guess at this point is... I still kind of feel like the timing chain broke. I don't know, I guess that's something that we will be able to figure out. So let's move on to the front. Okay, let's unplug this fan here. More money on the ground. Can't wait to see how much money's in my oil pan. Really didn't want to take this out unless I was putting in an aluminum block or 6.0 or something like that. But you know what? Those are expensive. And I don't have money for a 5.3. That's why this really sucks. I gotta put another one in. Like, I'm dead serious. I literally don't have money to do this. I'm gonna make some poor decisions and like blow a whole paycheck or so too. And then like eat a bunch of ramen noodles like I was doing before. Just so I have a V8 Miata. Because it seems like a legitimate life decision at this point. Fuck it, right? World's about to end anyways. Might as well go out doing donuts in the middle of the intersection. Yeah. Yeah, I was leaving work yesterday. I was like, I don't need to take any tools. I'm not going to work on anything this weekend. Yeah, I'm not going to take tools. You know what? You never know. Might as well take some. I'll just take this. You know, I'll take my ratchet too. Thank God I did. What if we do need our ratchet? Well, guess what? We definitely need our ratchet. Sweet. Oh, yeah. Get that coolant out of there. Oh, no. It's on my shoe. Damn it. Oh, that sucks. Now I got a wet, cold foot for the rest of this. Fuck. Damn it. That's really gay. And not the good kind. Surprisingly way easier to work on this motor in a Miata. Probably easier, well definitely easier to work on than in a Tahoe. And here comes the coolant. Let's let that do its thing real quick before we... Yeah. Just leave that like that for a second. Sun's going down too, that sucks. I should have started this earlier. But I was depressed. I didn't want to come do it. Oh, damn it. One more. Forgot about that one. Get it out. There you go. Alright, now let's figure out how to get that bad boy off. That's not what I wanted to see. Fuck. Let the lifters fall. Let's take the push rods out at least. Maybe we dropped a lifter, who knows? Who knows at this point? It's bleeding. Ready to fall, lifters? They're definitely gonna fall in there. That don't sound good. Did I just fuck up? Can I get the cam out like this? Oh, there. Fuck the cam bearings, it don't matter. Dude, it doesn't look bad. I thought it did. I think it was just a spot of oil. I mean, there's a little wear on it, but that looks usable, I think. I gotta inspect all of them. Hold on. Okay, so far, I just see, focus you fucker. So far, I just see this little mark right here, but it's smooth. I don't know what that's from. Looks like surface rust from, but I mean, now this thing looked fine before I put it in. But everything looks, well, okay. It got a little kiss right there. I can feel that. Damn. Yeah. Okay, that's there. So that definitely hit, and that would be, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's count. It'd be, yeah, it'd just be all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's that valve that was sticking down, or this that wasn't, or well, yeah, it wasn't coming all the way back up. So can that be saved? Because I mean, that's not horrible. It's on that. It's not on the end of the lobe. Let's see, can you see that well? Focus on it, dude. Yeah, you can see it right there. That's not as bad as I was expecting it to be. I wonder if that could be, I mean, that might be able to be just polish that out. It's not bad. I can feel it. You can hear it. Oh, we got one right there too. Can you see that? Oh, Yeah, can feel that. Damn. Maybe that can be polished. I could chuck it up on the lathe and find out. That sucks. That's an expensive mistake. I still don't know exactly what it's from, but assuming that something on the bottom end, or maybe that valve hit that cylinder, or I don't know. No way to know until I get the heads off, which, can I do that right now? I don't think so. Maybe, but probably not. I don't know. We're on our last camera battery, and this has not been a fun and eventful video so far. So I guess I'm just going to do some more things, and then we'll save this battery and come back and try to see how far I got, if I get any much farther today. Sun's almost down. So we'll check back with you here in a little bit. Okay, well, as you can see, car's in the garage, and I got a head off. So at first glance, I was like, you know, it's not too bad. I just bent a valve. It'll be alright. And then I looked at the cylinder, and I was like, oh, that's not that bad. It's just got a little mark on it. But then I looked closely. Let me see if you can tell the difference. I'll just let you look at them real quick. No, you can't see that well. But if you look at that dot down there, it's not to the bottom. Or wait, no. Excuse me, to the front. Yeah, the dots go to the front. Yeah, that dot's right there. And then I noticed that this is an adjustable piston. I wish I could bring it up, but there's no way I can do that. But yeah, you can see I just pushed that down. So, we already know what that means. Through a rod, so I don't have much faith for the bottom of this block. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Yeah, I think it's foobarred. Or, well, I know it's foobarred. That sucks. So, I don't know what happened yet, but I gotta get the motor out to find out. I think I can pull it and leave the transmission in place. Pretty sure. It shouldn't be a problem at this point. So, yeah, that sucks. So, I'm definitely gonna need another motor. Is what it is. So, but I'm working on it. I'm broke, but I'm still working on it. So I'm gonna figure something out. But at least I know the damage, and I know what needs to be done now. So this block can't be saved. It's done. Toasty. But oh well. Really was hoping I could get lucky and just change a head and a cam and a piston or two out. But yeah, that's done. That block's toast. Yeah, I can feel a little bit of scoring. I can definitely feel it right there. Yeah. I don't know if I can see it, so you probably won't be able to see it. Well, yeah, you can. I don't know if this thing will focus on it. Yeah, you can see that, those little marks right there. Yep. This motor's done. The rest of the cylinder walls look good. But oh well, that's it. That makes sense. So I can only imagine what it looks like inside there now. But back to the drawing board. I guess I'll update you once I get this motor out. Alright, well, it's out. Figure I wasn't going to record me struggling to get this motor out. You can't really see anything that great in the garage anyways. I'm doing this after work at night, but upon further inspection, there's that. And I don't know how I didn't lose oil. I mean, I guess I did a little bit. It explains what the little puff of smoke was. You're not going to be able to see in there. I'm just going to have to take it apart. But can we get light in there? No, it's not going to happen. But anyway, so I can see in there and it doesn't look good. But at least the oil pan appears to be okay so far. But I figure I'll at least record what this looks like draining out, I guess. I'll see if we can see any goodies. Okay, well, apparently the camera didn't want to record. I don't know how long it wasn't recording for. I don't know what I did or didn't say, but stuff's really cold and thick. I'm not seeing hardly like any metal. It's not down to the bottom yet, but I mean the thing locked up pretty quick, so it doesn't look like it got a bunch of metal in it. That looks like a normal amount of shimmer just from the motor breaking in. I think this was the second oil change, maybe. It's coming out very slow. We know it's not creating a vacuum. Come on. Come on, where's the metal at? Maybe there's a piece of metal stopping this from coming out. Let's poke it with something. We'll use the dipstick. Oh yeah, it is a trapdoor deal, but still. Did that help? Or is that the same? Can't tell. So yeah, it has trapdoors, so whatever chunks is going to be in the middle of that. Well, that's surprising. There's not a lot of metal coming out. Or at least flake. So you're going to have to pull this pan off and see what it looks like. I know there's definitely lifters in the bottom. Some of those fell out. Okay, let me get this on the stand and we'll come back and see what's going on. Alright, moment of truth for the oil pan. Alright, moment of truth. Everything's gonna be down in here now that I've flipped it over, but at least see if the oil pan's salvageable. Hopefully it is. Yeah, that looks alright. That's a good sign. Ooh. Yeah. Hey, oil pan's still good. I'm gonna have to wash that. There's all the metal. It's all right there. Yeah. Pickup's good. Cool. Alright. Well, let's see how well you can see that. It's kind of shimmery. Not much good light on it, but alright, well that's cool. At least that's good. Let's see. You can get a good look here. I wonder if you can kind of start in there. You can see. Well, we're not worried about that. There's metal in there, obviously. This is the important part. There's part of Mr. Rodney or piston or something. Oh, and you can see right here where it broke on through to the other side. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's all the metal. Well, you know. Yeah. So, I guess let's gather these little chunks up and pull this windage tray off and see what really happened. Well, we know what really happened, but you know what I mean. See where exactly the rod broke. So let's get these off real quick. And I had to, let's see, start collecting this, and oh, we got these nifty little randomized bowls. That'll work perfect. That are holding that up, and it's like we're panning for gold. Well, it's about as expensive as gold. Maybe not as expensive, but to me it is. It's about as close as any gold I'll ever have. What do we got here? That's about, oh, let me do some quick math. That's about $1,000 worth of gold. Maybe not as much. I don't know. It took the cam out, which that's the main thing I was worried about. But it's most of everything else is salvageable. So at the end of the day, is $500 worth of gold, maybe something like that. That looks good. I'm gonna have to clean this stuff very well to reuse it. But okay, I'll get this thing apart the rest of the way. I'll let you see all the goodies in there. Between this and my axles, I could start a trophy room. I didn't really win anything though. Except the experience of doing all this again. See, you have to be really resourceful in here. You just use the first thing that you see to do anything. I need to take that off. So those are 13s. Yeah, they look like they're all 13s, and then those are 10s. Alright, let's get this bad boy off. Wish I brought my medium-sized gun with me. I was like, oh, I won't need it. I'll just bring the little gun. I'm not going to need it, but I definitely need it. But you know what? That'll be alright. That will be okay. Let's get this guy off first. Gasket. I'm going to reuse as much of this stuff as I can because I'm broke. If I can reuse those head gaskets, I'm going to do that too. But we'll just have to see what's up with the next motor I get before we get to all that. Those two, so I'm going to put those back. And the oil pump, just so I know where they're at. Oh no, that is a 13. Oh, there's just too much debris in the way. I can't get the socket on the nut. It's too much rod and piston or whatever it is. Little guy off. Man, I could have used those little bowls to separate all these nuts and bolts. That would have been great. I wish I found those earlier. But that's okay. I'm just throwing out all these bolts in boxes. But the boxes are staged to the different sections of the car that I took apart, so everything should be there. I've gotten pretty used to digging through baskets of bolts at work to where it's not that big a deal. Whenever transmissions that I've done a lot, I can just throw everything in a basket and dig through it, and it's not that hard to find what I need. I pretty much know exactly where everything goes, so it's not that big of a deal. So needless to say, no! I've gotten used to it. Oh, come on. Got it. Oh, the windage tray poked right there. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Are you still recording? Yeah. Sweet. This camera sucks, by the way. Started. Oh, wow! Dang. Dang. Alright, we won't leave you in suspense. Look what's chilling right here. Dang, dude. Oh my god. Wow. That did that. That's a souvenir, if I ever saw. It broke straight in half. Dude. Like, no warning at all. It just, bam. Wow. That's crazy. Look at that. Okay. Well, I mean, that was to be expected, but I didn't think it was going to be completely... Oh, man. What? Look at that, dude. That is nuts. Do I have enough light on that? Wow. It's just all over the place. I don't know. That's definitely piston, I think. Wow. You know, if it only broke a little bit close, well, that's as close as you're going to get. Oh, that bearing feels so crunchy. Oh, man. Where's... That piston's disintegrated, dude. Alright, we gotta get some light down in here. See what's going on. Wow. See, I knew the piston was twisted when I saw the dot to the side, but... Damn. Yeah, that block is toasty. Toasty. Wow. And I got that side. I already saw that piston through the hole. It's a little beat up. I wonder if we can turn it and see. I really want to see what that bearing looks like. From the sound of that right there, that doesn't feel like this crank's going to be any good. So... That looks alright over there. We got lifters all over the place. We're going to have to get those out. Probably before we can turn it. That's definitely why it wouldn't turn earlier. So, I guess let me flip this over, get these lifters out, and then we'll go from there. Drain what's left in this into the pan. So, we can have a clean. We got some metal we're going to. You can go in there. Oh, no, that cord. Good enough. Good enough. Alright. Get ready to play the slot machine, because that's what it's going to sound like. Or whatever you call it. Flip it real quick, I guess. I don't want to get oil on the floor over here either. Let's just see if we can. Oh! You seeing this? We can rock it out. I gotta count how many lifters I have out so I know how many I need to get out. I don't know if that's all of them or not. Let's see. There's 4 in there. Let's put the camera where it's not gonna fall. It's gotta focus too. See if any more fall out. Oh yeah, there's 2 more. There's the 3rd one. Alright. Got them out. Oh, the timing chain's what was stopping it from turning. That's alright, that can dangle now. Well, maybe. If we get it in the right spot. Will it? Yeah, it will. Get it like that. Okay, yeah, it'll turn. Oh, well, it's gonna dangle the other way. Anyway. So I gotta flip it back over. Okay, all the lifters are out. That's cool. A little bit more piston. Bet you that piston never thought it was gonna be all over the motor. Or, it might have been suspicious, like, halfway through the break-in. Well, at least it's not, I'm not going to say it. Well, I want to say at least it's not freezing cold right now. It's cold, but luckily the snow just cleared up. And hopefully the extremely cold weather is done for the most part. I know it's going to get cold still. It does. It won't warm up till like March or April, but hopefully it's done being ridiculous for the most part. Focus! There you go. Okay. Flip her back over. Number 6. Oh, that's bad. Oh, dude, I can feel it bumping it. I wonder if it's spun. What if it spun a bearing and that's just what happened? I don't know. There was no knock, like, ahead of time. There was no warning. It just did it. Oh, wow. Goodness gracious. It's always the last bolt. You know, if I started with that bolt first, it would have come off. Always the last bolt. Wow, that's not going to do anything. That's definitely not going to come off like that. Oh, that bolt's screwed up. That's going to be hard to get off. Well, let's try this. Let's see. I got this gun really cheap, but it needs a rebuild. It doesn't work that great, but it should work for this, hopefully. Yeah. Can I get that on there? Let's see. Get our trusty hammer. Can fix this. We can still fix it. It's the only thing we're fixing on this. You know, it'd be easier to hammer on this if that rod was still connected. That was kind of weird. Ooh. It's like, it's not like a slip or something. That's still a good rod bolt. Oh no. I really wanted to see what that looked like. No! No, I don't know if it's spun or not. Damn it. Anyway. Yeah, that felt really bad, but the crank looks fine. Let me get that. look like it spun. Definitely didn't feel good when I turned it though. Man, I'd reuse that in a heartbeat. That's still a good bearing. Just kidding, I probably wouldn't, but I mean, it's fine. If you let me wipe it off so you can see it. Well, can you see that? Focus on it. I don't know how well you can see that, but it looks okay. It's not gonna focus. Maybe you can see it from there, but it looks alright. Oh, gonna get closer and closer. Can you do it? Focus. No, it can't. So, sorry my camera sucks. It doesn't like focusing. I had to sit for like 10 minutes for it to focus on this, but take my word for it. Bearing don't look bad. That's normal wear. I mean, that looks fine. Let's get the rest of it out. That one looks fine too. I mean, it's got little lines in it, but it's not bad. Okay, so unfortunately the camera stopped recording or wasn't recording, whatever happened. But I didn't get the footage of all the broken parts after I got it out of the motor. Long story short, there's a little hole in the block for behind where the starter was. And this is the aftermath of what happened. So, as you can see, our rod broke clean in half. Wrist pin ejected itself from the piston, and you can see little marks from where the valve hit. Here's our bent valve, which you can tell when you set it on something flat. Yeah, there you go. The rod bearings actually look, you know, pretty darn good. They didn't spin or anything, so the bolts were still torqued pretty tight. It dinged up the crank a good bit. And obviously the cylinder that this was in and the opposing one, I think it was cylinder 5 or something, one of the two, it took a little beating on the walls. So that's what happened. And I mean, you can see pretty well it took a little chunk out of there. The scraper ring's still intact. It didn't mess that up. Obviously the oil ring got a little messed up, and compression ring's fine. It's, well, I say that, it's kind of stuck in there. I don't think it's supposed to stay in there like that, so I don't know. Maybe that's just from the piston taking the, oh yeah, that's from it taking the impact and the into the head. The head actually looks fine. I have it here, actually, hold on. The head looks fine. It definitely looks reusable. You can see that little mark right there. That's where the valve was bent over and it hit, and it's right past the seat. So I honestly would not have a problem reusing this head at all. So that's cool. I got a matching set of 862s that I could throw on something. I finally got done rebuilding LS Subaru's transmission, and that was a whole ordeal in itself. But there was little complications in it. I didn't record it because it took a long time to do. It wasn't worth recording. It was really frustrating. It was just parts issues. So that's done, but he's going to give me his old locked up block. Maybe I can rebuild that with these heads and some other stuff. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But I got an extra set of, you know, heads sitting around. That's going to be all for this. Sorry that the video is so long and that it's not as well put together as it could have been. But I'm just going to go ahead and get it out there real quick. And spoiler alert, there's another motor in the car already. there's issues with that, but we'll get into that. So there'll be more content of that coming up here soon, and moving forward with the next engine that we're going to put in. So that's already in the works. So stay tuned, and sorry it's taken me so long to get this content out, but hopefully you know, if you made it this far in the video, as always, you're the real MVPs for sure, because this is a really long one. But like always, I appreciate you watching, and thanks for subscribing. We'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.